Hello everybody, Mike's here. So, I am going to create this another segment for my channel. And this segment, it's called Real Talk. The Real Talk is about saying something when I'm gonna walk outside on the camera and just do something a little real talk about what was happening or anything that I want to throw myself out with. And that is what I wanted to do. But in the end, I might gonna have to be re-editing a lot of stuff. So, hope you guys enjoyed this little crazy little experiment here. I'm doing this 10 episodes of it, so gotta do that. Watch. So, what's the reason for this segment right here is because I wanted to talk about what I want to talk, and basically I'm gonna have to walk all around right here. So if you see me right here, I'll be walking around this block right here from Eggert all the way to Winspear, and then right to the whatever street that is right there in the back, and then go all the way to Burke, and then right back to Eggert. So, by the end of the whole cycle, because I'm going to be walking all the way to the whole cycle. And then by the end of it, I'm done. We're finished. Finished this whole thing. So that is basically what I will be doing. So, this is the first time that I'm going to do this, and I never ever planned this before. I thinking about an idea, because I have that idea already, and just keep walking. But I don't want to have to take 1,000 takes or anything, because it's just messed up. So, you can see me walking around here in this buffalo right here. It's a little bit outside. I was living in like a northeastern of the buffalo, because it's close to it, and the next to it right there is Amherst. It's in north ahead, or Chitawaka is just way back in the south too. So it's really crazy that we have gonna be very, very close into it, and that's just what it is. This is what I describe. And I just all keep holding on with my cameras because I want to always do it. And I never had to do this before, but this is just a session. It's just the whole session that I just wanted to talk about it, or just roll about it and make myself a real talk about, just explain what about this segment will do. Because this segment is gonna be longer than it is. It's just so very difficult as I wanted to talk. Because I'm like talking right here, walking around the street, and all that. You got me. You already know the rules. So we just keep starting. How about the life in Buffalo? Yeah, it's probably the best experience that I ever going here around Buffalo, because I had to know what are the places that I haven't known before. But there are some of the few places that I haven't experienced yet. So I'm gonna have to find another way to look at the place that I hadn't been looked at it, and I had been wandering around at it, and I didn't realize it the whole time. So the first time they have 4 seasons right here of fall. Fall feels like very cold, and then when it comes to winter, something very bad experience when leave myself in the cold, and that's just what I want always to do. But sometimes that's just they want to do. I just have to remember what the 4 seasons are. When it's summer, it's gonna be hot, but it's not as hot as my country in the Philippines. But it's not as hot in the Philippines because I live in the Philippines. I was born in the Philippines, so I was that. So I'm just able to walk around here and just keep little secrets I don't want to tell people. So I was about to just feel relaxed and just good old walking place. Oh right, so back to the Buffalo thing. Yeah, I have been looking around the downtown, and the first time that I was riding a transportation like bus or train, I was like, wait a second, I'm very confused about where we're going. And going to the bus the first time, we have to pay the money for what we're gonna have to go in transportation. That's just or simply enough. You just pay the money and just go somewhere places. And then when you pull that little yellow lever, it stops at where you stop at. Because they always have like a stop locations right there too. It's all around us. And my house right here is right close to it, and it's bus 12. It's just right close. Just walk around here. And it's when I go into school, I basically just ride one bus. And that's it. That's where I was going to. About all else than that, I can go anywhere. The bus is there. There's a lot of varieties of going to the bus. It's just so many. Oh, right. Yeah, that's it. And the first time I ever went to see the malls or anything like that, it's just been around New York. But there are some few places that I hadn't been experienced. I've been experienced in Buffalo too, in New York here. But I've experienced in Maryland, experienced in a little bit of Pennsylvania, but I've experienced as well in the Florida too. And I just get a little bit of experience too in the Los Angeles. But I'll only be there for the immigration thing, because I was in immigration in 2011, but it's all so boring and whatnot. Probably the best 7 years of living here in Buffalo, because I kind of love it. I love this place so much, but I would just never want to move. But I can move some places around here out in Buffalo, because in the very end, when I get older, I will be had to think about my decision on where I could go. Possibly going to Florida, that is, because it's the hottest place I could go there. E.g., Sarasota. That's where I've been. I'm on vacation there, a Christmas vacation. I have been there. It's the first time I've been going out of the place for like years, for the past many years, and hadn't been out in that while. Doing like this, just talking about a lot of stuff, and I just can't even stop. That's just the way it is. Alright, this place right here around me is Bames. I mean, that's not a, that is the whole thing here. The whole walking right here, around right here, is 1 mile. From my house all the way to around right here, it's only be 1 mile. It's a lot of miles to walk on. So that's just probably the exercise I could get. But I could also be dancing too, or singing out loud like mini songs or varieties of it. If I have like a good energy enough to, just fine. I can live with it. How about what else? They're quiet. Well, speaking of quiet, I feel like the quietness of this one, it just felt so good. And the wind just blowing itself in the air. I could feel like the quietness in the neighborhood too. But there are some neighbors that are the quietest of all. I forget. So, and I don't know, some more places just might be a little bit heads up. I could walk around here when I was walking here just all day and just keep focusing on the camera here, just dotting the I or something. But there's just a talk that I'm gonna do. So, in that little conversation about myself, just talking about myself, and that's just being a narcissistic. That's what it's called. So it's not narcissism at all, because I wasn't. But I totally get that being in love with yourself, we just have to focus on taking care of yourself. How about being independent? So since I'm 18 right now, I'm going to be into that age, and that age is so much into do it. It's being poor or yourself, and just do everything by yourself, and no parents at all being help. But you could do this. It's just being the future of the way you want to do. It's just being yourself, and just you can do this. You can do this. You have nowhere else to go. And I'm so really tired for keep doing this little walk, but I know it's been the first time I've been doing this for a while, and that's just the way I want to do it. Because this is me, just getting a little overhead, just popping out of my head. It's just not even right. I mean, maybe taking it yourself, going to college, or finish up your work, whatever you're doing. And after that, you can maybe sell in the house, buy your own house, or basically, not you don't have to buy your house because you're gonna get stuck. You're gonna have to rent a house somewhere around that's quite cheap, but you still have to make a lot of money to buy yourself with something. And that's just a part of it. And I know, this is a very complicated thing. So you have like a living in yourself. It's just being independent. You have a lot of power that you can do, like voting. Could be a change thing. Everybody could vote, and they could change everything you want to, and what's happening in America. And finally see what the whole basic of it. I think I understand that. So that's the way it is. That's how I want to do it. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on a second. Pause it. Sometimes people always talking rude about something, and that's, I mean, my negative thing about it is just the schedule. I have a lot of schedules right now. I have like making videos and all. I have like writing a fan fiction and all. I have a little schoolwork or homework to do, and there's lots of appointments that I might be throwing too, because I have like a dental appointment, a doctor's appointment. I don't know why, but it's just, it kept doing that for like a few months, and I don't know why. I don't know why they want me to do it. They want me to have that appointment. I mean, any kind of appointment, like doctor's appointment, dental appointment, even when I'm in school, it's a very tight schedule, and I had to reschedule. It's a quite tight schedule too. I had to reschedule it if I'm free, because I don't have that time, and that's the worst part. That is the worst part. Even if I'm late out in school and I don't have time for it, it kind of wastes my time too. And I have the middle of the work, I have no idea what they're gonna do. If I have lots of homework to throw at myself, that's because of that little appointment that they just try to do, just to reschedule it, and that just irritates me. That kind of screw me over, and that's why I'm definitely mad at that. It's just always keep it straight, and I don't want to do it. Okay, I have my life to get through. Okay, I don't want to put my health life on the line or anything about it. Just wait. I don't even know what my life is about. It's just so irritating. It's complicated. That's being the worst thing about being yourself. And I hated it so much. If you could see me just walking right now, it's so terrifying. I had no idea. It's just screwed me over. And the problem is that whatever you're being struggled at, and that's definitely okay, but we might have to fix it up a little, because I don't want to have to waste any of the time or any of your life, because that would fall you down. Just you drop down a little, and that's what it is. It's really cold right here, and around like 40 something degrees. It's fairly cold, but we're in the middle of the spring too. There's flowers all over it, but you still have to face the cold wind, and it's not good. It's not a really good wind right here to be blown at. I don't just sure that I just hurt myself, and probably the kind of the thinking about it too, remembering my stuff, or remembering the things that I cannot forget or something. It's just not even forgetting or getting too much scrolling about it. It's just getting too much out of hand, and that's I wanted to put there for the situation. And it's really fine. I just can handle it and just putting yourself understanding to where I want to go, but that's just the beauty of it. I have been walking around this for so long, and I have been doing this, not gonna here very often, and that's just part of what I had to do. And I'm dealing with this one all because of that, and that would be terrifying. But if I hadn't put on yourself, make it in time, because time is always just gonna be so wrong. Yeah, no, I was just talking about time. So time has just always been a little ticking, the clocks or something. I haven't known to it for so long. Even if I had to do in mind, it's just really going plays or something that might be getting out of hand or anything. That's just time. And I always get ticks and ticks, and depending on the time you're doing, it could be like a little bit too early what you're doing, but it's time. It could always be, or sometimes being late, sometimes being a little late, hours and hours and hours of whatever you're doing. Sometimes it's just a waste, it's completely a waste. And not even getting yourself to achieve because of the time just affecting you. Because whatever affects the time, that the cost of it, of the effects that you have been done for like your whole life. And I guarantee about it too. Time is just wasted, and you don't know what that is. It's like if you're wasting time just focusing on bad things, or you're wasting time because you don't know what to do and you're not doing it anymore and just give up. If that time passes you, then it's too late. Can't go back. It doesn't have any like a back for a time right here for the like, time machine or whatever. It's not that. It's just the end of it. You always keep going, never go backwards. Like I always did right here. As we move along, as we move in summer places, times always keep going, but never going back to where it started. You just can't. You always can't keep up in time. You just keep wasting it. You don't want to have to do it. Because time is just that, the cause of that, your effects. I feel like I'm very good at talking something, but sometimes I don't like talking to myself. But yeah, I definitely do talk to myself. And that's just what I do. It's just like thinking myself like on my mouth, not on my head. It's just that would be the weirdest thing that you can do. And people have been staring at me, just talking to myself about something that is quite not related to that is. And I kept muttering, just talking this for a long time. None of that. I just kept my opening right here. I just opened my mouth and just talk when I want to talk, or muttered about something. That's just weird. Well, because I am. So whatever happens is going right there, somewhere around the corner. But that's just the way that I want to do. As soon as it keeps going and you falling behind, you just reach it. You have to reach yourself to put yourself in the goal, and taking a hands on whatever you want to hand to, and just grab it and keep yourself up in goal. That's what I want to do, and I'm quite looking forward into it here, because maybe it's just the way I want to do it. Maybe it's just the way that we want to take it. It does happen all the time. When you keep reaching and reaching, if you're not going to make it, no, don't give up. Just do it. Just do it. Go ahead. Keep going. Never give up till your dreams want to be coming true. And I hope that will be the best thing that you could ever done, and just accomplish that goals, and just keep yourself paced up with that time, and knowing what could possibly be done to you in a good way. That is why I wanted to saying this for so much. And it's not like my advice to you. It's not like an motivation. So I'm not a motivational speaker or anything. I'm just just a person. Just wanting to know myself, to know about yourself. Thing that I want to talk about, that applies to me too, because that's just who I am. That's just who you are too. Do the same goals, but they may have a different attempts to do. But we've been talking to do just all of the above and above else. That's the whole thing about it. Finally, that's the concept of this one. Is just like keeping yourself together and just do the right thing. What will be the best decision that you could ever make? And the troubled thoughts about it that might worry you. And that's the beauty of it. That's just about you is you. I am now going at the end of it. I am now made back to my house. Yay. Whew. And stop. Alright. That is now finally the end of the whole session. Real talk. This is episode 1 right here. So I realized it's a really good thing, and I could do this even more often. So I have to walk across the street right here and just I'm focusing about it. So yeah, that's it. It's been a while. It's been fun too, because I'm always talking about something all the time, and it really went well the first time. The second time I'm gonna do another one. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Real Talk. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Okay, bye guys.